Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kelson, and I will be your MC in both Tibetan and English for today's event. As we are gathered here today to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the conferment of the U.S. Congressional Gold Medal to His Holiness the Great to His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, I would like to extend my heartiest welcome to our chief guest, Honorable Member of Provincial Parliament for High Park Parkdale, Putila Karpuche, special guest, Honorable Member of Provincial Parliament for Etobicoke and Lakeshore, Christine Horgard, Honorable Member of Parliament for Etobicoke Lakeshore, James Maloney, City Councilor for Ward 3, Mark Grimes, and other guests and members of the community. Zerim Tango de Nato Chuzube to Yamne Gindu, Zube Mima Nambe, Sansu Jupsibayi, Zerim Niba, Chuzuchi da Gama Junge to Juno Consitam Chimbochoki, Gubar Tondo Rimbuche, Shuti Deng, Dende Shubata, Mende Debu, Ateshi, Kundre Namne, Shuti, Jeda Bugu, Zerim de Jupsibayi. The program began at 10 a.m. this morning with prayers and incense burning ceremony led by members of Sangha. At 11:15 a.m., we had the reception of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's portrait on stage, procession led by the Gashe group, guests and members of Sangha. Dine Zerim Shiba de Kanjo Chundeling ki resa nime lobchu ta gela namne Next, we have Tibetan and Canadian national anthem led by TCCC students and teachers. Asamakusha Naruna. Tsangma Bushu Naruna. Please be seated. Zerim Ngaba Kanju Chende Lingi, Rasanime Lobju Namne, Serki Singda, Tujin Tatebe, Nyamshe Bulamna Gyu, Ta Ani Kunjun Ta Mimal Namla, Dente Surja Tati Sidin Bushu Yu. Next we have the gold medal ceremony song led by the TCCC students and followed by serving of ceremonial tea and sweet rice. Thank you. Dine Zerim Chupa, Conjuchende Lingda, Purijidu Sobe, Chocho Giginzi, Geshi Chambas Vinglane, Tujenda Deves, Mushinangyu. Next, we have welcome speech by the Tibetan Canadian Cultural Center and Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario's Religious Coordinator, Geshe Champala.
Sadi Yonzo Jingada, Zahami Namden, Jangi Tayo, Chogi, Kobatunga Mochilaya, Gosukeja, Nendi Tambi Tony, Endete, Chiji Rusmanjibe, Jayu Gindig, Tahanashiki, Napa, Suma, Devi Viki, and Mus, Kundin, and Maransote. Councilor Megarana, MPP, James Malenia, Putula Kapache, MPP, Crystal Hogger, Vibeke, Sunny Tegi, Aninato, Mimanta, Taganeshigi, Maranso. We shongi any Jinti Sava, Taganashiki, Shonsha Sava Nabatan, and Taganashiki, any Kanji Chindenegi, any Jine Rishigi, any Sava Nabatan, Taganashiki, Kanji Chindenegi, any Gugen Nabatan, and Kangi Chindenegi, Nabje Jindengi, Tanzate, Membatan, any Lenamo, Samalolaya, Angete, Terite, Jangirumbucheki, Ane
Ari, Jangirumbacheka, Ari, Six in Vietnam, Anji Chindeli, Winnie, Loma, Tomakoli, Tibetan Tapini, number 2, Yonlay Anite, Anji Chindeli, Photo, Anashiki Jine, Sammy Sachi, some good touch the and 3 days, I mean, as well as the condition so Dalai, and you lay to Stajore. Chasing Sozo, your take subject in Alea to start. Comments of the Gate, the Votelea, Geshet Sherchi, Chasing, teach zombie need subject in Geshet Naran, Taji, Shiragi, she said, Sozo in Jahan came. Time by Naran to treat Ani Ari Segi, Zinta Jangan Bochelata, Zinta Cheverchiki, Tatus, Zagoch, Tusumazo, Bogabium Boyore, Pedan Taptuni, Kanji Chindini, Lord Jomanko, Winnie, Tirene, and the Chadiore, Chesenji thing also Lodarishi, Sonsi Chigure. That thing also Sonsi Tamji Maybe, Maranso, Marine Moreni Lenge Kayovati. Maranso Shinguya, the kitchen would do. Maranso Kanji Chindini Te, Ani Chiki, Mutok Gabasoki, Galation Bombaja, Penjor Tang, Tisi Tang, Tenjig, that Sohaya, which is that you are the Yore. Tanganso Lorene Lore, Mamang, Mar Jugayore. She's ending Maranso, Mamang Tigidi, and so the Rujun Tinikan, Teolea, Tanganso. Beg Kanjin Chindeni singing the Torontolia, Zudini, Rujantini can Cheverjin Chati, Chesenji, Tile Amaranso, Jene, Tandabado, Rushim, Muji Chumbere, Sama, Talang Tolea, to Sulinge, Shada Sheni, to Chalena de Yore, Taganashiki Maranso, Tanda, Julian, Maranso, Jillian Synergy, that Talang will Madonna, so the Penjo Guia, Lasapia, the Digging Tango Mare. Chesenji Tindi Michane, Maranzo Te, Soso Moni, and Chidan, Rujon, Mania Jumzun Chia, Chesenji Tigiti Maranzo Tirite, Kanji Chinden, Winnie, Senge, Changrutanga, and Mutini, Maranzo Jijon Chetuya, Miman Sameg to the rest of the dote. Chicking, Nidin and Tola Maranzo, and Cheverjan Zamli Tenole, Kerachi, Arigi, Sigis in there. Longo Joman Kobe, Tidin the Chigare, 제대인지 정결은 보치기 라니 탐을 하지니 잠불이 미망이야 대도 쉬지니 나란서 베미사야 저기 치도 아니 정결은 보치기 두스다 세기 생다디 시에나래 제대인지 가서 뒤ren 저거지 지고요래 제대인지 나란서 머린 거라니 정결은 보치기 잠리 치연요래야 나란서게 대도 쉬버티 나란서 머린 거라니 랭게요래 디 쟁글 샤고야다 시다를 용 매년 진진치고야데 개침부래 제대인지 가서 다쳐 배나라야 자라게 내당 올래야 제세시야기 왕차요 말에 론두고 왕차요 말에 알아서 치다를 용기 매년 진진치야게 왕차요 말에 제대인지 알아서 치로 댕에서 다리 뒤에 좀지니 그거 통도를 보지 동지 덴지쇼 상승당 파스 개세시 지게요래 라와요래 제대인지 라와요 받는시 라와 알아서 롱제당 대양 알아서 베미사야 저기 끝에 템베 아니 라완치다 알아서 정에는 보치기 아니지 주송까지 집이 차발을 줘야기 알아서게 된다 주트야기 선는 소소소소문이 머랭머랭머는 gen지 요리 땡기요 제대인지 든지 인스타는 게데 림부시기메 타메를 가르치기 위해서는 알아서 간지 신대내야 단답도 아니 제네리시기 아니 내가 가르치기 되게 된 거야 모지 로스 잡아야 와요 그래서 그래서 산이만 나이래야 아니 루종기 아니 지게 롭다 현재 소대 다른 시기 아니 다른 시기 가서 내가 되게 나야 돼 참아지네 투구시전에 들려야 파마소래 거겐소래 남서 진len소래 참아 다랑 지키니 또 샤레지 나되게요 그래 뒤지게 니된 돌아 나랑 속이 아니 현재 돌아야 롭티 낭치 롭티 됐을 거래 다른 시기 가서 미 개마톨래야 낭치가 뭐지 도스도 되어요. 제생이 동성을 줬다 미망이야 편백에 도스 제전에 먼저 차시지게 되어요. 제생이 알아서 빼나 gemba토래야 낭치 모델에 차샤바이나야 응아데 진행 시쇼 근근제 알라니 시지 루스만 치베게 아니 치소 칼라야 저와 제전에 담보 아니 닝마체 되네마 가주체 되네마 사자 되네마 게루 아니 되네마 진에 딱 치루 지가게 도스마 롭센터 하지만 로토야기 차시 루되게요. 제생이 되게 된 거라서 미망 참발아야 됐지. 랍자 치기 랍자 되게 된 요태야다. 다른 시기 거라서 소소게 생기 초안을야 나 치지 대요 나 치지 대있음 생기 초아디 요디 잠바 텔라 바베기 랍자 된 요태야기 최더라. 니 치소 칼아야 대바 세신이 안도스야 로되게 요시야인 디 산이마 저기 치지지도 치하니 중립어도 도스 로되게요. 다른 시기 현재 소리 차샤바에는 거라서 능치 못지지 도스 고스고요래 다른 시기 시라니 쳔베 안감소티 제되게요래 쇼니 세대인지 거라서 딜이야 단도버도 다 나로니 메시 레고요래 디노라 나랑게 탈란트 제니 도스타 디디 삼바 냠뇽 톨레 샤바이나 거라서 단도버도 모토 게마소래 아니 모토 현재 소리 참여기 타완 크르도라니 대노래 차례 좀 봐만 보는게도 제대 지시야라 지고요. 다동인배는 알아서 지 진행에는 나도 다른 시기 대노래 다랑에는 나도 강트도 최고에 개천부 시부 통도 알아서 루종 때니까 아니 강지 천진이 대 아니 장례를 보시게 챈 도스 söjene 아니 질럽나제네 도스다 라친 좀 봐만 보 폐제네 투지기 질럽다 돈지기 딱 채버진진 알아서 루종 때는 간지 요래 제생이 된 알아서 야고 제마제데 알아서 조랑르니 되기 미망 참을래야 라래요. 제생이 된지 수단이 되게 된 알아서 차란냠되기 토래야 알아서 강도지도 शेबुए के छमरे 제대로 지금 알아서 까리까리 아니 이제 내가 제쇼 걸려야 잠은주와 참선 때때서 연구래 띵한서 신상진나야 연구도 와 안서 신상진나야 계사 시당다 아니 차례 제쇼 잠은주 주문주 때때서 연구래 인바에는 알아서 파스 계시시리체 알아서 파스 고도지리체 안 대제제는 알아서 주야기 탑시 제고야 강 알아서 뒤 루종 띠네 관계 알아서 내부래 알아서 현지 소래야 몽골이야 가서 원래 레제다 알아서 현지 소래야 치다를 좀 몇년 전주 내 퇴야 돼 알아서 초반 뒤준이 제고 그래 제가 이제 초반 뒤 큰거 되게 백마를 뒤나는 등에게 미망 뒤나는 홍에게 미망 참에게 괜히 제고에도 개침부 통보에도 학대도 말아서 다 대상 부야 차원 진행 나눠야 로 적송니 전에야 로 주구 뉴슈퍼로야 부모 뭐지 됐어 강에 예배 시기요래 제가 이제 알아서 머린 거래니 강에 여버티 아니 이 생는 마냐 아니 이 파츠 가서래 시리 제제 파마토이네 넌클리 파츠 시리제 디토래야 알아서게 강에 세야게 다시 가도 알아서게 저소 나오래 대상 난치기다 취소 망부지디 조랑도 나오래 요래 제가 등소래야 라마다 편보다 등소래야 람된 가르치고도 고대체 알아서게 상황 되게디 아니지 신부 마셔봐도 깜니 샤샤와이나 아니 대전 신부 총대 당방에서 배배기 잠재 쉬고라 장애는 뭐지 세네대 잠재 쉬고요래 제가 이제 알아서 배미사야 두기 대 잠재지 차대요래 제가 드리 연수단이 되게디 파마소게 센네 샤제네 파마소게 말이야 나도 다른 시기 알아서 정말 친세 소리나 나도 가버님 소리 말이야 나도 파트 상황 마셔하시네 강에 대해서 태어다가 항상 되게 파스 고도지 탑이 그래도 먼저 보고 되는데 용어도 탑이 가르치고도 될래야 탈람다고 가르쳐요도 제 파스 깨체 들이지다 탈람지 니에버려 요래 제가 이제 알아서 탄다 다 지기 차고 종 차바데 차바래 제가 이제 알아서 다도 모형 뭐야 탑이 지고야 돼 개침 보통도 제가 이제 알아서 무릎 요런 쪽으로 해 나는 저기 부부제야 된 요런 쪽으로 세상이 되게 된 것도 생라샤하시니 아니 가서 생나노래 소소 배바지 미찬이래 땅에는 뭐지 몰래 사람이 터니래 되게 된 것도 생라샤하시니 또 나오는 쉬어야 돼 니기 들이 대해주네 매고 쉬어야니 안 가서 대 간지 친들의 원에 다니 가서 록다운 지래야 미 나와지는 미 파진 주딘스 나와지를 총래 되게 치에도 아니 가서 미망 치에도 녀마숨 이자름도 스트웨이 안 달로에는 가서 대다 보고 춘주 된면다 쉬우리 제야다보다 쟁에 뭐지 총고 딜레양서 센서 시진이 사주고 말은 뭐 첼에 도스 참문 답지니 안 가서 그 모롱 쉬지니 샤테 되게 지메기 자 파상 뱀바 니마숨이야 도스 샤테 미망기 샤테랑 드웨이 제zen이 된조도래 냠주 나오나 제zen이 되게 된 가서 미망랑래야 따지 펜토나 사비 공원되게 지게요 제zen이 알아서 카시 된진진이야 가서 보고 춘중들이 다 모자게 되게 정말에 제zen이 알아서 민 등송 된디 제 있니가 소속이 파마속이 부다 다간나시 틀에 저거 정도도 속이 부부도 야원 야사 제고야다 나보야고 자고야 돼 백해시 못도 알아서 된디기 로충충 된디 된지 중에 정말 싫어하는 쌤 쪽도 쌤 방도 먼저 오늘 로방거래 알아서 배너에 미망부 총주고래 출로댕이 라와에 베기 미도서야 망부 총주고야래 로충충 싫어하게 로방부 연구도 투지스 넘어서 참매기 철은염대이 돌아야 알아서 소강대 배지제 청산 쪽에는 시 나제네 알아서 치다를 좀 매년 진짜 가르쳐보도 뒤돌아 알아서 단다 제에게 텐진 참아 여버래 제가 이제 된대기 툴라 샤베 토네 나머서 둘 나로는 쉬어야지 제가 이제 알아게 마무 뒤슈고메 되게 됐다 알아서 간지 친대는 게 운이게 롱어 정확하게 디렌세나도 땅에는 뭐지게 아니 아래 치 년다제게 세게 신대세나도 디선의 사전에 알아서 머린 모르니 알아서 배바지 비찬니 툴라 장 나로는 쉬어야겠니 계세대니 타동도 저는 건설장에 전부 초 위백에 루스만시백에 댄지게 시신담바 대라남 그세 샤비 담바다 투지 제공 타라 괜히 되베 아니 말음다 다니 참을래야 투지 셰 주게 선 됐대
토체나 계실라 thank you, Geshe Chambatsuringla, the Religious Coordinator of Tibetan Canadian Cultural Center and Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario. Zirim Dumba, Mixe Kundu, Ngate Chozo Tumi, Christine Hoga Chone Sungshen Nangyu.
Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be at the Tibetan Community Cultural Center. You know, it is such a happy place, and after all these last couple of years, It's actually just really nice to see other people and have a different conversation. So thank you for letting me join you in this wonderful event today as we gather to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the conferment of the United States Congressional Gold Medal on His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan Canadian Cultural Center's founding day. On September the 27th in 2006, the 14th Dalai Lama received the Congressional Gold Medal. He was recognized for, and I quote, his many enduring and outstanding contributions to peace, nonviolence, human rights, and religious understanding. The citation continued. He has used his leadership to promote democracy, freedom, and peace for the Tibetan people through the negotiated settlement of the Tibetan issue. What wonderful words. We are also here to recognize the founding day of the Tibetan Canadian Cultural Center, which is a vital contributor to our community here in Etobicoke Lakeshore. The center promotes cross-cultural understanding and friendship between the Tibetan community and other cultural groups in Canada through education and awareness. Just a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with your educational coordinator, Young Dunn, and he was explaining to me how many children he has coming to the center on weekends for Sunday school. 250 people, so many people that they didn't have enough room for them here. And I thought, what a bad problem to have. You know, so many children that want to be engaged, learn about their culture, their song, their heritage, their history, and carry that on, those traditions forward. And that's what makes Ontario such a great place. And I want to also tell you that the Ontario government appreciates all the work that the Tibetan Cultural Community Centre has done. When you look at the Women's Association and the board of directors here, you have done such amazing work to make sure our seniors were not stuck at home. They had some entertainment, they had that social engagement and involvement. And we want to continue that investment by giving you the associations, both the Tibetan Canadian Culture Centre and the Tibetan Women's Association, almost $50,000 to help with your programming moving forward. Now, I understand this money will go to good use to help our seniors make sure that they know how to be safe in their own homes, how to socialize with others, learn programs like dance and art and singing, and allow an opportunity to be part of the culture. So I thank you for all your hard work, to including our seniors and making sure that they can feel wanted and helped and part of society. Lastly, let me remind you of something the Dalai Lama said on the day of his receipt of the Congressional Gold Medal, and I'd like to quote, "Many of the world's problems are ultimately rooted in inequality and injustice, whether economic, political, or social. I believe the time has come to address all these global issues from the perspective of openness, of humanity, and from a profound understanding of the deeply interconnected nature of today's world." Seen from fully 15 years ago, those words carry more meaning today in the year 2022 than ever before. May all of us renew our faith in the Dalai Lama's vision of humanity. Thank you once again to the Tibetan Canadian Culture Centre. Sunam, it was lovely chatting with you today, and it was lovely chatting with all of you ladies. And can just all the ladies just put up their hand who are part of the Women's Association? We give the ladies a round of applause for all the work they do. I thank you so much for putting a smile on my face every time I'm here, and I thank you for the work you do for our community. Enjoy the rest of your celebration, and congratulations on your funding.
Dine zerim gebade rangre kumlo deba namne rikshung chapte simbu shuyu. Next we have a cultural performance by TCCC Senior Group. Dine Zerim Gubate U Trezo Tumi James Maloney Chone Sungshe Nangyu. Next we have speech by Honorable Member of Parliament for Etobicoke Lakeshore, James Maloney.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me here again today in Tasha Delay. Just a couple of thoughts off the top. You've heard me say many times before when I'm here how incredibly proud I am of this community, of our community. But every time I step foot in this building, it reminds me of that, and I get that sensation again. You know, I continue to work in Ottawa alongside my colleague Arif Virani. We work with the Parliamentary Friends of Tibet. We have the youth internship program, which continues to run year after year, which is a great value to us. And it's a very, very special opportunity for me to be part of it. We're here today celebrating the Dalai Lama's 15th anniversary of the Congressional Gold Medal, but it's also the 15th year anniversary of this facility, which is truly remarkable, and it's a testament to this community and what you've been able to accomplish. I remember, and actually today, as I was thinking about coming this morning, I realized today is actually the 7th anniversary of my election for the first time in Etobicoke Lakeshore. And well, it's only significant because of when I think about the great strides this community has made in that short period of time. I mean, the building used to end right there, for example. And it's through the efforts of this community and the cooperation of Christine, Batilla, myself, the city of Toronto, who worked together to, help the community make that happen. And it's truly, truly remarkable, and it actually warms my heart. You talked about preserving the culture through the seniors and through the youth. You see that week in, week out here in this facility. And yes, these classrooms will be built. And yes, Christine, we will be part of that, I can assure you. But one of the things that's most special to me about this community, about this facility, about all of you, is how it brings people together. And I only need to look down in this front row. I see Batilla, I see Christine, I see my friend Councilor Mark Grimes. We're from 3 different levels of government. We're from, in our case, 3 different political parties, but we're all here and we're all on the same team, and we're all here for you. And that is truly remarkable. So thank you for that. I thought I saw Phil Trotter in here too. He's another member of that community that works so hard to keep everything strong here. I had a bunch of notes here. I've completely gone off the cuff, so I apologize. As one other thing, Arif Virani, who couldn't be here today, he and I have this standing competition about who has the stronger Tibetan community, him or I. And of course, I always say that I do because I've got the center here in Etobicoke Lakeshore. But the truth of the matter is, we both do. And that competition is really a reflection in our pride of our being part of this community, of allowing us to be part of this community, and it is one strong community. But we are here to celebrate the 15th anniversary of His Holiness receiving the U.S. Congressional Gold Medal, which is a remarkable achievement, because as all of you know, that medal is awarded to an individual who's been facing significant challenges, enduring difficult times, but it's usually awarded to somebody who has completed that. They're through the process. But in this situation, the Dalai Lama continues to this day to confront those challenges head on. And he's making great progress with your help and with the help of governments around the world. Batilla and I were in Washington in June with the World Tibetan Congress. Parliamentarians from 25 different countries gathered together to show our support. And it's because of His Holiness's leadership that brought that group together, and it makes us motivated to work even harder. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. And I look forward to working with you, Batilla, going forward. Now, I will end with a quote, as His Holiness said upon receiving that award: whether it is the suffering of poverty in one part of the world, or whether it is the denial of freedom and basic human rights in another part, we should never perceive these events in total isolation. Eventually, their repercussions will be felt everywhere. His Excellency is correct, and I share his belief that the time has now come to address all of these global issues from the perspective of the oneness of humanity. And it is these goals, it is this measurement that I use in my life every day when I work in Parliament, and that is because of you, and I thank you for that. I had a tour of the facility, a recent tour of the facility with Councilor Grimes on Thursday. Carlson was explaining how these beautiful classrooms are going to materialize here over the next couple of years. And I understand he can't be here because he's in Dharamsala for the long life ceremony for His Holiness, which we wish him well. I know there's a large contingent that has gone over from here and from around the world. So best of luck to them. Thank you as always, and all of you know when you come to my office, I only have a few flags. That's one of them, and that's one of them. Tasha Dalai.
Zerim Juba. Sunday Tonde to me, Mark Grimes Tony Sumshinangyu. Next we have speech by City Councilor for Ward 3, Mr. Mark Grimes.
Thank you and good morning. Tasha Dalai. I'm your City Councilor, Mark Grimes, and I'm proud to be here this morning. It's a cold and wet morning, but as soon as I came in the center, as I always do, I feel the warmth and the welcome this morning, so thank you very much. I want to thank you for inviting me here to be part of the celebration today, recognizing the 50th anniversary of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, being awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, which reserves the most heroic, courageous, and outstanding individuals. This award is the highest civilian honor in the United States and is a reflection of the lifetime of dedicated work towards peace, human rights, and religious understanding. His Holiness the Dalai Lama continues to be recognized internationally as a figure of peace as Tibetans continue the struggle against oppression. We're also to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the establishment of the Tibetan Canadian Culture Center. Every time I come here, as Jamie said, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's going at the back. We toured here the other day. The new classrooms going in are going to be great for the youth to carry on the tradition, the culture of this community. And I talked to Jamie about the grants, and we talked about maybe helping with the lighting. We're going to talk to Toronto Hydro. So anything we can do, we are here to help. Looking around, I can really see the strength of the Tibetan community here today. There's a lot of familiar faces I see. I'm happy to see my good friends James Maloney and Christine Holgarth here today. They both do incredible work for this community, and I'm proud to work closely with them here in Etobicoke Lakeshore. One of the advantages you have at Etobicoke Lakeshore, all three parties, Jamie said 3 parties, I don't have a party, but all 3 levels of government, we work very closely together, and that's great for you people here also, too. So I want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. It's great to be part of the celebration of Holy Dalai Lama and the celebration of the Tibetan culture. Thank you very much.
To me, Mark Grimes thank you, Councilor, City Councilor for Ward 3, Mr. Mark Grimes. Dine Zerim Chukji, Sunny Pimenlenzo ne, Jandu Yinyon Shube, Chafshe Bulam Shuyu. Next, we have cultural performance by Tibetan Women's Association of Ontario. Kune Zerim Jungi De, Buntuenzo, Nade, Chozo Tumi, Karpuche, Putilane, Soshe Nangju. Next, we have speech by Chief Guest, Honorable Member of Provincial Parliament for High Park, Parkdale, Putila Karpuche.
Mimalenge samalala tishle. Taringi nimodi ari shungi. Kemgura Buchela, Congressional Gold Medal. Sirgi Damezin Tapibe, Lo Chunga Korgiore. Ani Zego Dila, Kanjunde Lingi, Nala, Kundutso, Joshua Wadila, Sokso Dan, Kule, Nabat Samalola, Tuchishulu. Sergi Temezitati, Arishungi, Kemburimbuchela, Nangwadi, Kungi, Nizidela, Chale Halevanawa, the Gidila, Kudzita, Chedong Pube Nabachi Chagiore. Kemburimbuche, Nang Samalo Kengiore, Chale Nangwadi Ganzu, Pepachuku member, Zambuli Mima Tsama, Simji Tamjila Peba Chale, Nangware, Nimutuni Nangiore. It's wonderful to be back here at the Tibetan Cultural Center. It is my honor to be the chief guest for this event to mark the 15th anniversary of the awarding of the Congressional Gold Medal to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And it's work that His Holiness has done not just for the Tibetan people, but for people around the world on issues of compassion, peace, freedom, and nonviolence. It is the highest civilian award that is given by the United States. And ahead of this event today, as I was coming here, I was reflecting on what this award means and how this award recognizes the lifetime of work that His Holiness the Dalai Lama has done. Tanda sungwanashire kasing yeja nga ari Washington, D.C. la World Parliamentarians Convention on Tibet Keche Choso Tumi Pedon Gyabgyo Tsongli Tsongdu Chigla Chagyu Chungso Dikab Pedang Pemi Nedang Kechi Gyabgyo Shuk Chembo Yowa Tsowa Chembo Chungso Ani Ngarang Tsowa Chungwe Di Korla Tsikashechik Intinala Chuchowachi. As was mentioned earlier, this year there was the World Parliamentarians Convention on Tibet in Washington, D.C. over the summer. And it was my privilege to be part of the Canadian delegation to attend this conference. It was an excellent conference. There were representatives, elected representatives from almost 30 countries, members of parliament, members of European Parliament, senators, from all the way from Australia, France, Spain, UK, of course, Canada, US, from South American countries, Chile, El Salvador, truly a gathering of parliamentarians from around the world. And as I attended the conference, I mean, of course, it was 3 days of packed information sharing and learnings and experiences from different countries in the world. There were panels on issues from the environment and climate change to building solidarity with other struggles such as the Uyghur struggle, the Hong Kong movement, the freedom for the people of Taiwan, as well as scholarly presentations on the legality of China's assertion that Tibet is a part of China. And I can tell you that from this experience, I have borne witness to the culmination of a lifetime of work that His Holiness has done. And I want to share with you 3 main takeaways from this conference. First, as was mentioned, there were parliamentarians from around the world, but what was truly remarkable was that there were representatives that belonged to political parties, from progressive parties, centrist parties, conservative parties, It was a gathering of people from across the political spectrum, and we were all united in our common goal to work on the issue of Tibet and the Tibetan struggle. And that is remarkable. It is because of the work that His Holiness has done that has brought all of us together. There are not very many issues in this world that can bring people from such a wide political spectrum, and Tibet is one of those issues, thanks to the work of His Holiness. The second point that I wanted to share with you is that at the conference, on the first day, we had meetings and listened to keynote speeches from important political figures, world leaders, such as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. We heard from Congressman Representative Jim McGovern, who has served on the chair of the powerful House Committee, House Rules Committee. And he also serves as one of the co-chairs of the Committee in Congress on China. And they were sharing the bipartisan work that has been done at Congress and at Senate. And what struck me was here we were listening to the experience and we were listening to the support of not just people who truly are motivated to advance the issue of Tibet, but that was actually concretely translated into action, from not just support, but action. And there was action such as legislation, the Reciprocal Access to Tibet Act that has been successfully passed in the United States, and they were talking about more legislation in the horizon that they were actively working on a bipartisan level. And that level of support, which is translated into action and is truly making an impact and moving the Tibet issue forward, is again thanks to the work of His Holiness in gathering that kind of support. And finally, the third takeaway that I wanted to share with all of you is that His Holiness was not able to be, physically at the conference, but he sent us all a video message, and we listened to the message. And His Holiness, as he has always done, advised all of us, representatives from 30 different countries, to always remember that we need to work from a place of love and compassion. That has been his message for over 80 years. He has been steadfast. It is so easy to take a cynical route. It's so easy to be angry. It's so easy to do a lot of different things. But His Holiness has deliberately always stuck to the path of compassion, of peace, of respect for one another, because we are all interdependent and we need to move forward together. And I think this work that His Holiness has done, rooted in compassion and not wavering, is why our struggle is a non-violent struggle. And it is so important, especially in times like now, that we continue to keep that focus and keep moving in this path that His Holiness has led for us. And finally, I want to say that in this conference, and that I had the privilege of attending as an elected representative, it was also a reminder there is a lot of work ahead of us, but that His Holiness has shown us the path, and now it is our responsibility, especially as the younger generation, to carry his legacy forward. We are all of us in this room are incredibly blessed to be living in the times of His Holiness and to witness his work and his impact not just in the Tibetan community and not just for the Tibetan issue, but globally, worldwide for everybody. And so with that, of course, such an award, such as the Congressional Gold Medal, was awarded to him, as was another very important and one of the highest awards of the world, the Nobel Peace Prize. And so for all of us, my final message is, let us continue to keep in mind the teachings of His Holiness in the work that we do and in the lives that we lead. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Dine conjushundili chuju genzi geshi chambalane tanda manju zingan yabe ki penjo duge ki kola ani seda jusnangi subudu diserona. Next we have an announcement from our religious coordinator Geshi Chambala on the fundraising effort for the classroom project. Thank you.
지자 저지 먼저 질렌스도 나라야디 인지민지 세다지 체르지스도 아니 남아서 대 안속이 롭라 캄보디아기 디기데 뭔다 센소지 뜻 거리 제샤여레 디 뜨게디 들려야 고모니 시상하다 숨주래 디 남아서 강투투 시게 나로나 쉬어yin 땅아서 디 롭라 좀칸 들려야 잡죠 벤조기 잡죠라래 다 띵아서 부구초 대산님말이야 다랑 사디 들려야 초되게요래 제제 디 초모가 토닌 증칸지 잡터나사에 먼저 무유티래 뒤돌아야 잡죠 간 마마지 나로지 쉬어야게 님베고 쉬고요 땅아 지 잡아지 미천이 넘어서야 벤조기 되고 지금의 미망 말아야 또 제로지 있으면 땅에서 지내서 삽시신이 또 쉬고요 도체나
도체나 계실라 thank you 계실라 디네 제림 족솜디 Sane Domeki Duki Kuzab Lamusone Anisumshe Tamnanyu. Next we have a Tibetan song by Lamutso representing Domeki Du. Thank you.
Jansim Ninje Gumbo Chung
Thank you, Lama Sola from Domekitu. Dine Zerim Shiba de Canada Dogam Chushi Kanju ne Ani Chabdimi Bulam Shuyu. Next we have a cultural performance by Canada Dogam Chushi Kanju. Dine zerim chonga de ani nganasu amalagi rukane ani chapter jik simbu shuyu. Next we have cultural performance by Amala group. 한조 상계 갑라 아니 진짜 개베세 조숨네 고주체 아니 달로 테마 당보 게나자 게요 나로라 아니 강다리 당체 아니 두스 페드기 토라 아니 고도베 체도 아크랑기 레귀지 두스 바귀 탈라모네 잠남베 안 잠나체 니 할레베 야고 중요레 나버서 공부지 요기레 안 다리 쿠란 수데 토란토라 조요레 쿠란 수 다다데 딩제갈야 페로나 주기 안 소파기도 카 체가기 아니 두스 쿠란라야 제다 조난기레 안 쿠란 커뮤니티 카시스나기레 슈이 Next we have Sangye Kyap. A lot of you will know him. He has been a steadfast activist. And this year he actually started a bike rally across Canada for the first time. He started on August 13th and got back today. And he has done a phenomenal job of spreading awareness of Tibetan cause across Canada.
정말 아저씨들아 아니 그래 단다데 그래 니토니스니 그 제다 제오들이 좋아데 공사자 유저다 아리스르 그다와 미니니 모델랑아 카나다 자용라 아니 보롱고 치다 아니 콘쿠르쿠르다 드레니 다와니다 니마 니스창상 안드레가 딘자가 토론토라 저성 아니 페무시가 우창상 테니 다딜라 몽부키제 시크메라 아니 단데디 칼라고레 다마디 카나다 자용란 두고에 댕아주게 부자캅톤 머리게 자나코 센서거 아주게 자나코 센서 진다 동호특치리스 두고레 디지리 잠발라다 마론 포바스 임비차니 아니 무서거 카나다 딘다고 자캅체톤 덴바스나 데디 잠발라 수술라 심근올라 티돈 남바킨데 포코노가 카냥 몽부치 마롱게 하고비요레 마롱게 발라말라 파마치크 빈자 성마단다 저우자나코 아니시지 두부가라 강아르 쳇토체젬바레 예나요다 마롱게 부자캅톤 무리 아니 공사자 유제노로 자치 파우파모 디수기 디르디데 자치 친삭달라 코타페가 치다니게 카나다 자양라 달로 디지나 밴쿠버네 구즈나 아니 단다들이 토론토라 데레지네 조르송라 안데지리타 발라니 딜라 칼라브리 코타페야 포페라송라 아니 무서가 특지지 시구사 카시지기요 마롱게다 콩콜라베 루송 쳔보레 디지리 담발라다 딘다 랍나다 루 파칭마스 조송라 디지리 담마다 달로 마롱게 딘다 지치다 지부치 직섬니 아니 데는 고츠나 카나다가 밴쿠버 자나션 상권에다 토론토 발로 데린 데바던 조레 디지리 담마 랑칼라 강아르 딘다 시데 트마스 자유브전으로 도니 오니 카정게 니 마로라 지가 파치 딘다 시데 조마스 두주데 아니 링기르 콘 몽보치다 고르탕도 익샤 몽보테 럭스마니 인지 딘다 몽보라 특스 사차 통십레 시티 디줄라 몽보 키첸저가 아니 보크 니톤도 소레 자치포 봉데소 마롱 콘타바데 아니 고타페리 익샤 보쇼라 딘다 몽보 스테이라 아니 딜라 드링한딜라 다 환주부터 나간 도소자 돈나 다딘다 카시징 데시초아치 아니 무서가 환주부터 나가 토론토 모모고 홍상하고 다 도네이션 모부시데 농성 성발아뇨 탁반이 틱지체 아니 다가 농신 그 조데마롱 그 환주고 터네 단다고 가주 캐나다가 공정 주된링 거 아니 가주게 와이스 프레시던트 아자스노 주돌라고 아니 모시모고 그럼 성통서 농성 데라뇨 탁반이 틱지체 가드이네 잡실 시망비오 마롱기 링기르데 부자캅데 무리크리 다징 모롱기 조선 똥베데 자원니 피체 톨란 두고 말이 아르던 총통고 말이 아니 데지디 잠발라 디 피체 코노 보 무리키치다 똥샤고요리 데지디 아자 수놈 주돌라가 뇨타베 틱지제 다가노싱거 아쪽에 공정 주deleng 거 파만 석정기 그런 중원이 하나 틱지체라면 가성고마가 마성은 돌로 직통스 나서 데라뇨 탑반이 틱지체 아니 다가노싱거 가지고 주론도 데라네 아자 디기라 가드나 말아 환주기 탁라 마 시위 비소 근도데 가드나 군몽 아자마자 몽보당성 아니 달로에 나무롱기 말아 돌로 직통 동본이 나서 데라뇨 탑반이 틱지체 문에도네 가드나 마자블라 가드나 환주데 디탁 말아 가드나 덤슴 냠처리 잡슈 펜 농고요레 말아 문에도네 파마 농신도레시 문에 정말랑아 틱지치시비요라 아니 젠방아 쪽에 정점마이 착바드 소리 건전 주대래네 정점다 젠방아 쪽에 딜라 두컴 칩지 건투 아니 원민 착바리 아니 다나 지금 아 쪽에 다 산니디가 가르주거리 딩아 쪽에 데 tanda di junin sakpa da sakjong kurong re sone suno katu ina nga jabla kurong ge chitso tong duson tong ngoni moda dinda tong katu ina dinda jingala chi kurong ge japcho nongyo re kurong jiwi da changmal tiji chi shigi ra ani jimba ma da dini Vancouver go puri chi ding sakpa re ani poba mombo chi go pe masi japcho don nile ngala hongsa nongso nga ju go Vancouver go poba changmal nyo thakpan tiji chi 아니 디지라 아니 마롱게 카그레라 부리치 등삭바레 다노싱고 콩츠기 모몽고 혼스하고 말라 닐레시송 다노시고 나 카나다 자양란 로야고 탈란 조송 환주 조송 쳔부라 딜라 코론츠기 말라 아니 디다지 말라 세그르토야라 환주 이코노미 타 잡추디니 코론츠기 말라 돌로 딘통 마제 안디라 non-santela nyo thakpani tijiche ante maim phigota muriji nanga butukumandura ani te jembato sugo kwanju thalanga pe masi japsho nang sa chawala ngaro nyo thakpani kwatin chi shigiyo andaga no singa ari ni ngala japchu pe momse mombo nang so chorab galari ani jembatanda riri jinanga mem butukumando ani te la nyo thakpani gonda shigiyo ani daga no singa Europe re ani jagala amala chik ani ngala jagar ko rubis dollar rubis bum ching nang song tela nyo thapani thiji che sa jagar ni bu marla na thanyum do odinda re deni ngarong ge ta musar ko Toronto la ngala dela konjon chudele na tombo dela nga chu ko kongsa cha ko thangkar ga nyum dela andini nga chu ge tangarong ge hakar ko jami jong song ko la ani da ti cho ta da Sade Ganga lare, Amadawa lare, cho dana Tashi Chudun lare, da cho Ishi re, ani jemba dana acha jemba pasang re, khunzu tsoma ge dejina ngala ta ji yakos chaya ge cheta ni khurong ju tebor de la khurong tolong ge thane tsina ni par ani par jemis la tebor tsina har sra dolo trichik sra sha momong ge ta Toronto momong ge tejore tsama la nyo tapani tiji che ani khurong ju na ka de na nga medi zambala nga chu ge daw jano jong song kola every Wednesday khurong ju nga chabla da di nga medi zambal khurong ju ge lingi den da pe de yor de la ngarong ge nyo tapani khonsula tiji chi shi ge yo enta ro yen da mo bu shi bi me de ra ni tsama la tiji che
tanda de mimangi jeda drena du seda kakashi chi shue du di shi chob shue yi nidong ni sa sum chang ari sakya myolam de kanju chunde lingla de Toronto sane Canada kanju chunde lingla chinda chukbe se sum june chinda dumbe se sum par andu sona tenke du ani dela ya sa ko mun buche ta andu zengi che ku na ba phena ba ya du ani dela chage me su du anamba so da ne ju da de Quran su gi chage yore chage la siro na shwai dine da Toronto ne Montreal ne Ottawa ne Toronto la da peace rally shive ani the competition I mean the peace rally marathon and the kunazo to the yongyu isalapa lagani and this penangidu chuju shivala the jami shunzab la pigidu tene chuju chubala and laga gorshe la pigidu nambusana zo mimang kama kunazo la jabjo naba perona je provishudu dine seda tamadi ngari chitun sobe ani unyene longuni shogu korbe tujindi kanjo chendeling la chile jukji gi che jungyin dos kodinando delaya konanso gi kundenzo bande choksur pema jungle la tha ani bande chokshun suba acharya ishipenzo la dendeshinando ani chake di konanso la javanarona chitishwai tochena. So a quick announcement, the North America Sakya Myolam is being held in Toronto, Canada next year in 2023, June 30th to July 3rd. And His Holiness the Sakya Komar Rinpoche and the two Tongses will be attending. And this will be an event with no tickets, and there is more information on their website, North America Sakya Myolam website. Please feel free to visit the website. Thank you. The second announcement is about the third Peace Rally Marathon from Toronto to Montreal to Ottawa and back to Toronto. There's a group of individuals who embarked on that marathon, and they will be back on October 19, Wednesday, 4 p.m. at the Chinese consulate and 6 p.m. at the Hagra Gorshe ground. And everyone is requested to be present and welcome them to mark the successful end of their event. And the last announcement I have is the Nari Chitun Sopa, their founding anniversary, 29th founding anniversary, is being held at TCCC on November 12th. The chief guest for the event will be the Tsoksu Pema Junela and Tsokshun Suba Acharya Ishipuzoma. And this is a ticketed event, and please contact them for more details. Dine Zerim Chukdun di Kanju Chendeling da Pyori Chidin Sobe Tsokshun Sunam Chudelane Toji Cheshu Sonshen Yu. Next, we have word of thanks by the Vice President of Tibetan Canadian Cultural Center and Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario, Ms. Sonam Chodela.
I think we as an individual, every single one of us have the responsibility to practice peace and harmony, to spread within your community, around you, and spread the kindness within you and nearby, whoever is surrounded by you. I think ngaranche jumping yarge ta da susuki bu yuya da ani jita ne yakbu yuya di khande sungre lana ro mi changme ngem do ruru chini china tes kale khakbu yor the main to cheshe di ro susu rangi geleng kini ani yarge tangna ro ani ngedi yakbu yu ya cha chumba ji yungre samgi dro tadi latan di nyimu da singi mindu ine zo mixe di khari lana soso rangi geling kini chamgyong da zewa da ani mila thulam chiadi ni ke chumbure sambido ta gyawar mi chigi kalok nganjo mangbun ngingo ore. This is the time that we put the Dalai Lama's speech into practice. We need to turn the table around now to practice compassion, caring, and kindness in your life. Look within yourself to practice compassion and kindness every single day. It's not an easy task, but if we try within ourselves every single opportunity you get, and that's when you will be improved. For example, this morning when I was coming from 401, there was a truck on the other side, minivan on the other side, and on the middle lane there was an Audi, nice Audi driving. So all of a sudden this minivan went in front of the Audi, and then Audi was mad, and he went from the other side, collector side to went in front right on the van, and then all of a sudden they were going so slow. You know what I mean? So he got the opportunity to practice compassion, which he didn't realize yet. What I'm saying is, and I was looking at it because I'm on the fast lane, right? I was looking at it. The van driver, it has a gray hair, and also the Audi nice car driver, he has a gray hair too. I was thinking to myself, when are you going to improve? You know what I mean? Thank you. So, with that note, I want to thank you, all the people who are in the kitchen. Thank you guys. Without the volunteer in the kitchen, we will not be having the delicious food that we will be receiving in next 10 minutes. Also the tag team, I want to thank all the tag team for working from last night for this mic to work, and we will be able to hear each other, to understand each other. And also all the other volunteers that's helping in and out every single day. Did you know that our TCCC is 99% run on a volunteer base? I think we are the biggest community center that is solely run on volunteer base. And we should be proud of ourselves. And thank you so much everyone for coming here, taking the time to celebrate our precious gold medal celebration. And also I want to say thank you to Putila Karpuche, Christine Hoggart, James Maloney, and Mr. Mark Grimes for taking their precious time to spend with us. And their primary agenda is Tibetan Canadian Culture Center. And I want to thank you so much on behalf of our Tibetan community for your hard work every day, in and out. I also want to thank you all the Tokpakidu's presidents, and also past presidents, past vice presidents, and everyone here whose contribution to today's event. And I also want to thank you so much for all our beautiful performance. It just doesn't happen like that. They have practiced many times to be here today to make us moving and this colorful event. And lastly, I want to thank you, our MC Kelsanla, for a gracious, nice organizing, making sure that everything is on time, everything is being announced. It's very difficult, as you can see, as you know. Thank you so much, everyone, and I want you to have a nice meal, VIP in the Harmony Room, and we are all in here for lunch. Okay, Thank you so much.
Social Sonam Chundela Tochena. Thank you, Vice President Ms. Sonam Chundela. So with this, we conclude our event, the 15th anniversary of the conferment of U.S. Congressional Gold Medal to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the founding anniversary of Tibetan Canadian Culture Center. That the name and Sutanda Taringi Zerim di Dus Juji Chino Consanyam Guchibuchola, Ari Tuzo, Ome, and Segi Singda Pune, Longa Jonga Kobata, and Kanjo Chendeli, Winnie, Longa Jonga Kobe, Zegodi, Dus Jugi Shuai, and the social supanashi, Susi passing. Di tanda gozuguyo ani kyamne la ju gindu namba ta soba kidu khagi chokso tanda shi kunju namba ani ngazu 20 choga na la shila choga pero na shwe dine nigun jabla chuzu niba ne ni de chega pato ngazu tanda ge topya la gi ne chibe and tanda ngazu reja chasan tangche ani goshe chuzu chega ringala dus goshe gyi dine chuzu ni de chega ne chuzu dimba pato ani sunam chundela goshe gi gela sunam chundela ne and goshe ne chije ngazu dus goshe mutu ne chuzu dimba pato gyi shwa